Good afternoon. Thank you for your time. I'm here representing myself as an advisor at Santa Barbara City College in the EOPS department, the #1 community college in the nation in a gang war zone. If everybody can just let the irony of that really sink in. As my director, Marcia Wright, has so famously said, in EOPS, we have created a department and a place of welcoming and unconditional love. And if you look at our transitions program, our Running Start program, the Spark program that I run, the things that we do, the evidence is there that what we do works. What Cam Sanchez and the Santa Barbara Police Department has done is not working, and it will continue to not work. This is a blank check to continue. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again while expecting different results. I, as a community member, I was a young single parent. I grew up with Gabby Hernandez, so by association, I probably could have ended up on that injunction list because I got into some trouble myself. But I benefited from white privilege, although nobody wants to talk about that. And I was lucky enough, too, to have a family that believed in me and to meet educators that believed in me. They knew I was smart. People are self-fulfilling prophecies. If you are a young Latino male walking around the east side or west side and you are constantly policed and treated like a criminal, guess what you become? I encourage you to look at the story of Victor Rios, who's a PhD professor out at UCSB. I encourage you to look at the stories that come out of the transitions program. I have a student right now who was starting our cosmetology program. He's been a barber, is very interested in doing women's hair, has been in our department twice a week. He's in the parole system. He's been in prison most of his life. He has been so enthusiastic. Santa Barbara Police Department has followed him, harassed him. They took all of his financial aid.
Thank you.
How he's given up.
Gallegos,
so, good job.
Be followed by Naira Pacheco. I'm sorry, what's your name? Laura? Dora.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead. Yep, I have it.
You know, I grew up for part of my life. I've lived most of my life in Santa Barbara, but I also grew up in Oakland. And when I go back to Oakland, I was just there over the holidays. When you talk about people saying how lucky we are to live here, that's true. But they also say that we're a laughing stock. Because if Santa Barbara is considered a war zone, I encourage you to walk the streets of Oakland. I've never felt unsafe here at night. I would echo some of the sentiments that we do have a criminal justice system that polices people when they commit crimes. Associating, standing, walking, traveling in a car, those are not crimes. We have a probation and parole system that we invest a lot of money in that follows people when they come out of prison. This is a duplication of services, and it's ridiculous because it doesn't work. We invested money in an armored tank that I love seeing every fiesta. But it's an absolute joke. This is Santa Barbara. You said that we were special. We are special. I said last time I was here, we're better than this. We are better than this. And I think everybody else here in this room knows it. I haven't heard one public comment for support one time that I've been here. And Dale Francisco and Frank Hotchkiss, I think, you know, you guys work for us. I'm a voting citizen. I'm a tax-paying citizen. And for you to be playing Words with Friends and him to be reading a book while we've taken time out of our schedule, we pay you. We're not getting paid to be here. I took off work to be here. It's insulting. It's insulting. I worked really hard in my life to be where I am, and to live in a community that I invest in and to feel like I have no voice is one of the most disenchanting, frustrating things, and you will never understand it. None of you sitting up there will ever understand how it feels to stand on this side of the podium. I encourage you to take a second look at this, to invest in education, because that's what works.
Gerardo Gallegos.